as Karin said, also I wanted to be participating in this festival for many years, so I'm very happy. It's interesting what Paul was also saying about how an abstract film also has a structure within it, no? So the basic premise I had was to make an abstract film within a structure. But I wanted to make a structure more than a narrative structure or musical structure. I wanted to have like a sort of logical structure for the film to follow certain rules, so that it would have a very logical beginning, development, and end. And so the way I thought of this was to make a film that would represent the idea of a circle, but not a graphical representation of a circle, but more like a time-based representation of a circle. And so the idea was, through the use of lines, diagonal lines of varying length, to organize them in such a way in the film strip so that they would hopefully, evoke in the spectator the idea of a circle. And so this is a film scratched directly on a Super 8 a black and white reversal film. And well, so we have first a diagonal line starting from right to left, which is 1 frame in length. Then the next one is 2, the following 4, 8, and so on and so forth, until we reach a moment when the diagonal line is very long, and it's followed by another very long diagonal line, which is going from left to right. And these diagonal lines from left to right become very short, progressively shorter. And then we have again the diagonal lines from right to left, first short and then long. So this is basically the structure of the film. Before I was doing digital animations, I started doing abstract digital animations around 2011, let's say. But I started working with film in 2018. And the first film I did in Super 8 film was also intervened Super 8 film strip, but in this case I actually how do you say, agujereé la película. I punctured holes in it. Yeah, punched it, exactly. But I also scratched it in certain places, so I already had the idea of how to scratch the film when I made this this new one. It's interesting because here in Buenos Aires there's like a bit of there's sort of a scene, let's say, of a lot of artists who are working with Super 8 film, also 16mm film. But so I was starting to get a bit. I couldn't find. I mean, when I was working with digital, I didn't find that I could fully express what I was trying to make with this medium. So I was trying to experiment with other techniques, maybe video and things like that. And then I discovered that here in Buenos Aires, there are many people who are working with Super 8 films, screening Super 8 films. So I started getting contact with people from the scene. I went to workshops and well, I started learning a bit about the craft of working with film. Well, there's also something that I work as an archivist at a film archive, and so there I also have a lot of well, I mean, I have like a bit of a knowledge of how to work with film, how to to splice film, how to. Although there I work mostly with 35mm film, but so this is basically a bit how I started working with celluloid film, no.